Alright. A little bit of CQB training I've been working on. Just want to show you guys. You want to make sure you get your mouse sensitivities right for clearing out buildings quickly. And you can ask I or Cliff or whoever's got admin of our server to run the CQB training facility, or you can download it on your own and run it in your own like standalone, but it's kind of fun to run as a team. I ran it through twice already. One time I ran it through crouched, and the other time I ran it through stood up. Part of me thinks the first guy through should be crouched, because the accuracy is just slightly, see how tight that is. Yeah, it's just slightly better for first guy to go through crouched, and then if the second guy's right on top of the first guy, he can see over if they get kind of stuck in the doorway. And one thing I've noticed is that combat pace is something you want to keep depending on the size of the room. Regardless of the size of the room, you have to be combat pace through the doorway. You don't want to get stuck in the doorway going like this, because then whoever's coming in behind you to support you is going to get stuck right here, and you guys are both kind of in a fatal front. You both kind of get shot right away. What I found from doing this on my own is that if you have your mouse sensitivity set up like good and precise, I mean it's okay to hook, but I find that overall probably 75% of the rooms I clear on my own, I find it more comfortable to cross the door. And then you're going in that direction, you don't have to do this quick hook with your mouse. And then your wrist is in an awkward position a lot of times when you hook. So if I went in this room and hooked, see, I'm already facing this way technically. You want to face the door as the first person anyway, because if anything comes out, you want to be able to shoot it. But that said, like if I do a hook, I have to wing my mouse around like that and then start moving in that direction. And then once I wing my mouse around, my wrist is kind of in an awkward position. So it makes it kind of hard to do minute adjustments. Whereas if I cross, if anything's in this corner, I'm already there. My hand's in the most optimal position for shooting. So it just works a little bit better in my opinion. I've been double tapping. I haven't really run this scenario too much with a 5.56 in game. I'm sure you might have to triple tap or even run in full auto. You can see you're running a full auto crouch. And see, once I get this corner clear, I'm kind of good to curve it rather than just run the exact perimeter. Then you have a chance of getting stuck on corners and it throwing your aim off, right? So you want to kind of go in the path of least resistance, where you know you're not gonna be stuck on anything or run into anything. You gotta be pretty self-aware of where your body is, especially with a third-person shooter. Sometimes you go to clear out a room, you might get an awkward view if you're right up against a wall, right? So let's run this one stood up. You see how I kind of overcompensated, end up hitting that guy before that guy, and I still think my mouse sensitivity might be a little bit off. Pistol switching isn't as quick as it is in Battlefield in this. Okay. Running a crouch. Give my guy a little breather. I think fatigue is on this map, and I have no way of really switching it off, and I'm in the freaking desert, so my guy wears out pretty quick. I think what they're saying on one of the guides is that you run out of breath faster if you move around crouched a lot. Probably does a number on the guy's knees anyway. At that distance you want precision, right? So that's why I ADS. Nine bullets left. I think that's clear. Yeah, you gotta get used to your mouse sensitivity. You gotta get used to your gun too, and not, being able to run it ADSing, crouching, standing, different paces. You can run it slow pace, fast pace. You want to make sure you're smooth at this, right? You don't get stuck in doorways or anything. You gotta have good body awareness, right? Especially if you're the first man in the stack, right? You don't want to hold the line up. The overcompensation. Winged it too fast. See, still a little bit of overcompensation. Which makes me want to turn my mouse sensitivity down one more notch. Ooh, didn't check my corner. That time I did. That pistol swap. Cliff says there's a way to make it so you can swap your guns while on the move, but I've yet to see that. So I'm still trying to find a good rate of fire button. Can't do it. I just switched it to my look around button, and that, my friend, is not gonna work. Right, let's do this. That shade though. one more fun one I want to do before I go. Let's try to run this with speed. Ooh, that aim though. I see how haste makes waste.